Viewers all over the world, I welcome you all in today's section of Philosophy and Life. We have with us an ordinary evangelist. Sir, you're highly welcome.
Well done.
Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Ogbuefi Ezeana, ugochitubelu na Oraifite, ma ọ bụ Akajugo. I'm an ancient high priest. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa gbaa afa miri emi rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist, I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. As you are joining us, keep sharing our messages, keep telling people about our ministrations. Ka ị na-eme nke a ka Chukwu Okike pụrụ ime ihe niile gọzie gị ma gọzibikawa oke. Echefukwana na ị ga-afụ WhatsApp numbers anyị na screens. So ị nwere ike ije wee reach m or drop any message while the program is on. Thank you.
You're welcome once again.
Yeah.
Let's dive into today's question properly. I have noticed that some people, if you offend them, you will not go free. What could be the reason behind that?
Yes, there is so many things reason behind those experiences. Example, there is some certain categories of people you should never ever offend in this life. One, men of good heart. Men of good heart, never in your life offend them or take them for granted. Those people that are good in heart, they do anything with their purest heart. Never take them for granted. Because once you do, the universe will never take it lightly with you. Even when they did not pray or do anything in revenge. Secondly, don't for any reason hurt a cold one. You will know them by their selfless services. Yes. Thirdly, never you in any way offend mystics, otherwise called messiahs, in their own capacity. They are what people call okalaku because they are mystics in nature. Their mission here on earth is well defined by spiritual entities. They are here for a mission, for a special purpose. So avoid them. Once you offend them, you have already offended the universe. And sooner or later, you will reap it. Because they are like apple in God's eyes. Whenever you offend them and it pains them, believe in me, you are in soup. Thank you.
Do you believe there are people on earth who are not entirely ordinary human beings?
Yes. Though the teaching is for higher matured minds, I understand that there are some of my followers that are still in kindergarten level, but notwithstanding, ọ kwasịrị ụmụ ya ọ bụrụ na ha tụrụ ji ha tụrụ mgbọrọgwụ nke esi onye nwe ji gwuru ji ya ka ha nwee ike na survive. Therefore, today I will dive into a mystic lecture in a way that some of you have never witnessed before, but it's reality. Let me tell you how these things works. And I will use earthly experiences to buttress my point. And I have been saying it times without number that the earthly governance is prototype of what is happening in the spiritual realm. Now, in the spiritual realm, there was a special squad. There were special emissaries. There were special beings. They are not humans. They are of greater force. I'm trying to use human words to explain them. These people are meaning the spirit in them is higher than that of spiritual realm. That the spirit in them is higher than ordinary humans. Ndị ụfọdụ ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya ọkala akwụ. Ọgbọgwụ ọkala akwụ ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ na-aza n'ọnụ mana ọkala mmụọ. Ndị oyibo kpọrọ ha mystics in nature. And they were characteristics of Roger Can Geneta. But here na Chico Walagabona. Those mystics are people that came here on earth as the last resort. These people are messengers, messiahs, sent for a primary purpose to liberate some certain people. It could be families, it could be town, it could be race, it could be a continent, for a special intervention because of special supplication prayers from the ancestors of that particular race or town. Yes. So those people are mystics in nature. They are not 100% humans. Yes. Then again, and we have them in creation. I will mention some few to buttress my point. In this life you are seeing, you know those in a way of state of emergency, maybe a state governor, because I want to use healthly understanding to explain it. We have normal police, have normal military, but there is a state of emergency, state of crying for help, needing special help, maybe in the area of protection. Mr. Governor can write to Mr. President that look, that he is handicapped, that the normal routine police and the security checks in place can no longer hold the security challenge he is facing in the state. Once he make this complaint, the federal government will send special mission, special squad. This special squad is coming with special authority because they are specially prepared. And this special squad, once they come, they are not taking permission from normal state command. This special squad might be taking authority directive from maybe the IG or deputy IG, DIG. They might have a deputy DIG for special strike. So what it means that this special squad, once they come, they can override normal security apparatus already in existence. That's normal police, area commander, and all this thing. They can override them because they report directly to higher entity because they were sent because of demand of the higher entity. So, it was according to mother. There were special messiahs that were permitted in creation to come from time to time to liberate people. Yes. So to answer your question straight, whether there is people we call mystics, people that are special beings, that their forces that came with them is from the higher entities, and their operation is well defined. And once they are done with their job, they go back to the realm they came from. Actually, they are not ordinary humans. Thank you.
Since you believe there are mystics among us, how can we recognize or identify them?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Mystics, normally, the supernatural forces, normally send mystics from time to time for a purpose and a cry of any race or continent for a special mission. And what people recognize them. Some call them rabbis, some call them messiahs, and the rest of them. Example, Jesus is one of the messiahs. Yes. If you ask me, some people will tell you there is no personality known and called Jesus. I don't want to dispute whether it's real or not. But what I can tell you, I want to explain what I want to explain based on that personality presented. Yes. So I want to use stories of that personality presented in the work called Bible to explain my point. So let's use the stories, those allegorical stories, as they are real. Now, we are told in the book of Matthew that a woman at a certain time, a woman was depressed with challenges at hand. This particular woman approached Jesus and said him, Master, Rabbi, I have a challenge with me. My child is dying. Please help me. And this woman is a Gentile, meaning the woman is not from the Camite, that is the upper Camite, or is not a Jew. Yes. So he now said, woman, how does it concern me and you that I'm not here for you? I'm here to serve the lost sheep of Israel. And he went on and said, and that woman had said, you are right. But nankita na no kwa n'okpuru ndị nwe ụlọ ha na-eri nri ọ na-eri nke dapụrụ n'ana. That word of wisdom really struck Jesus, and he said, woman, because of the faith and conviction the woman understand logically, she proved herself. So he made it emphatically that he is there to serve the Jewish people, his people. The same way, there is other bringers of truth, bringers of light, from the time immemorial till now, till death. On earth now, we still have few mystics living. Yes. You might not know them. Some of them don't actually even know that they are mystics. But their work is very unique. The only thing is that if you're a mystic, if you come across another mystics, you know. So they know themselves. They might not be seeing themselves physically, but the energy they vibrate and radiate are the same because they all came from the light. We still have those supernatural beings for the light region, and we still have them for the dark region. I will explain. There is some human beings here on earth, but they are demons. They are demons reincarnate. Yes, it's a teaching for another day. So notice that there is these supernatural beings known as messiahs from the light region. They are here because of the intervention of prayers from the light. And there is other people that came from the dark region that are here to fulfill the wishes of demons. From even all race, like the German people. I told you about the Abroshin, the Parsifal. Yes, the son of the light. When he came to bring message of truth to his people, the German people, he came with other messengers, like even God, and for Maria, and rest of them. That enabled the twin light, people that he worked with. The same way when Jesus was here on earth, he still have Mary and Martha. Those people that are too dear to him, very close to him. Remember the story of Lazarus. So he's always there. And so many other people, I don't want to start telling you about the Buddha and rest of them. But believe in me, we have many of them. I want to use the people that are no longer exist to protest my point. But believe in me, even present time, we still have gurus in their own rights that are here. Actually, they are here to make an impact. And sometimes you will not notice their impact until when they are gone. Thank you.
If there are truly messiahs in our midst, why do they still experience the same challenges and pains ordinary human beings?
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, wonderful questions. One thing you know, let me tell you this, and I want to tell you the whole thing raw, the way it is. Even if you are here as a super being. Whether you are from the throne of the primordial queen, no the Bible is called Eze-Ana, for the boy Eze-Ana, because anything that is above gross material, because of human limit of concept, yes, there is primordial queen that was even mentioned in the ancient testament than in the Bible. Yes, that primordial queen is Eze-Ana, the real Eze-Ana, the real queen. Yes, although Catholics attribute it to Virgin Maria. Yes, this Eze-Ana abụrụkwa those Eze-Ana ụfọdụ ndị ụmụ nwaanyị na-eme dibia. They claim na ha bụ the queen of seven seas and all those things. Those things are just acclaimed. But the real, whether there is a throne of the primordial queen, yes, it exists in creation. Then, after the throne of the divinity, there have comes the throne of the primordial queen. And once she are coming down, it comes the throne of the elders. Coming down, the throne of the principalities and powers. Even in Revelation, talk about the elders and the Hanodendo. Those Hanodendo is not, those is the highly matured animals. They appear as lions and rest of them. But they are entities. And with the throne of the entities coming down, then the day I will teach about the cadres of powers. I will let you know. However, coming down, you see all that thrones. Seven choirs of angels, categories, the throne, the seraphim, the angels, archangels, and rest of them. This is our powers. Yes. So they can all work. So the powers of Nigeria. Mr. President is there in the presidency. Then outside the presidency, and with other powers, the block powers. If you come to legislators, and with the House of Rep, and with the Senate, come to the other arms, three arm zone, and with the judiciary. Then and with the other military forces. Then with the arm, and with the Air Force, and with the Navy, and with the police, and so on and so. Coming to ministers, powers, governors, local government chairman, and down. This is a block of powers. And the earthly governance is a prototype of what is happening in the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm, in his infinite mercy, the supreme being I'm talking about, the unmovable mover, of the entire universe, on his throne, is a divine. What I know about and your western there. Yes, I know about mother cannot withstand it because human being is not made of his substance. It's divine, from mother. Now from that his throne, and what other entities that come closer to the divinity, that withstand the vibration and radiation of the power of the light, including the primordial queen coming down to entities. They will withstand the present, because they are living with the proximity of Chukwu. They will stand it because they are of the light. But human spirit originated from the spiritual realm. After the spiritual realm, you see the realms of the animistics and the coming down to gross materials and the realms of the elemental beings, which is known to us. Those ones are lower to human spirit, their origin. But because the proximity of Chukwu, human spirit cannot withstand the radiation of the power of Chukwu. Then, because of that, now human being is unconscious of his existence. If I ask you where were you in the last 1,000 years, you know, don't know, because you're unconscious. This is no human being here on earth is here for the first time. Mark my words. Yes. So, but it's a teaching for another day. So what I'm telling you is this: in all this earth, and as long as you, even if you are here on earth, because of intervention of primordial queen that interceded and deemed it fit to send you to this gross material for a purpose, as long as you accepted, oh queen, and you are sent directly to this gross material for a purpose, you will automatically submit yourself to natural laws. And with the natural laws that governs the universe, where many laws, law of attraction, laws of homogeneous species, laws of sowing and reaping and rest of them. As long as you accepted, and so be it, my queen, you were sent directly to this gross material. You will be deprived of your existence as a supernatural being. Once you accept it, you will be opportunity will be made for you to reincarnate in a womb of a woman. Then you mark the beginning, because you have beginning. Once you enter a woman's body as a seed, you have already submitted your whatever you are, whatever you are, and you obey the natural laws that governs this universe. And for that reason, that power that you are, the real you, will be stripped off you in a bit. A bandage will be used to cover your eyes. You will not even remember your existence, where you are coming from. You will be giving birth. I'm going to get mad. You told as mad. Once you were born on this earth, you have beginning, because you are beginning a new journey in the gross material world. This is and once you will be subject to law of the gross material. So for the fact they have already accepted to be born here, you are subject to the law of gross material of and you will live. And by reincarnating, you will take this form of called the vessel. Yes. Gross material body. Yes. Though once you wear this vest, like the cloth, to cover the real you with the spirit, you will go flesh and blood. And under flesh and blood, you need vitamins and nutrients for you to sustain the bloodline and flow will flowing. Therefore, you will feel pain. You will feel hunger. You will feel everything a human being here on earth face, because you have already taken on the human body in order to be able to live in the midst of humans. If you are taking on form to live in the midst of another creatures, you take on form their body, so that you will be able to be in their midst as look like them, in order to win them, in order to understand what they feel. So once you accept to be here, you will take on human form, experience human experiences, be like human, see everything, so that you will be able to absorb and understand their pain and what they are passing through. And that is the only way they will accept you. If you just from above and fell down, you don't want on the vibration in you, no human being will even near you, because you are not coming with the earthly blood, flesh. That you have the ability to disappear, because naturally you are not of here. So you will not welcome. You will not function very well. So for you to function, it's like you are a snake. You come with a snake body, and you find yourself in the midst of goats. Goats will be running, because looking at your shape as a snake, even if you are not there to hurt them. But for the fact that you came with in their midst as a snake with different shape, they will not welcome you. They will not feel at rest. You will not even get anything from them. They will not gain from you. So for you, as a spiritual mystics, to be here on earth, you have to take everything human. You have to have have everything. But one thing, there are some certain things that will be unique about you. Even your parents will say, no one hear each and one. Some of your parents, some parents will have vision. This one nwunye gị bụ n'afọ, ụfọdụ ga-eje n'afọ, ụfọdụ wụ ndị afọ afọ n'ọfụ. Na o nwere nwa nwunye gị ga-abụ, na nwa ga-abụ a special child. Nekwa ihe na-etu ana ọ ga-adị oturu odi na-aga esi n'aka ya tụọ ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ. Abụ nwere ike nne gị ma ọ bụ nna gị enwego vision a either through amụma or through afa years before amụọ gị, ma ọ nọ mgbe adị ime gị ka e reveal this thing. However, amụkwa nwa nne gị a na-echezi ka nwa na-eme wonder, ọ na-emekwa ka normal human being. Mana ebe n'ezie anya n'ihe gbasara ndụ ya, ifu na o nwere some certain things o mewuru, o mere wee candles ihe ji ka mba. So ihe na-ekwu m na as long as you accepted, whether you are here at the mercy of the entities or the elders, no matter the throne you came from, because I have told you before, when we're thrown by thrones and power by powers. Even if it's the principalities and powers that interceded for you to be here, then what it means that once you accept, you subject to yourself to the law of the world. After that, once you finish your earthly assignment, you will still eye their earthly, because this flesh, earthly clock, yes. At the end of your mission here on earth. Then the spiritual you, which is the real you, will go back to the realm where the spirit that was where that body originated from. Thank you.
After completing their earthly journey, where do mystics go after death?
Yes, thank you for that question. The mystics, originally, because what makes you, human beings are made up of two things: the spiritual you and the physical you. In the world of humans, if you want to go out of your house, you have your own natural body, nakedness. If you want to go out, you wear a cloth to cover your nakedness, to cover your nudity, to cover your real you. You wear this to go and do your earthly chores or do whatever earthly missions and come back home. So the same way, a mystic, a messiah, once he's coming, leaving the throne, the throne of origin, where he originated from, and with the same vibration of that origin. Once you are entering the world of what they call ethereal world, it's in ethereal world that everything happens. Once you are in ethereal world is the boundary between the world of spirit, the higher realm, and the world of gross material. Once you enter that ethereal world, you will be worn. You wear the earthly body. Whether you wear feminine body or you wear spiritual body does not count. It depends on the work you are assigned to. If you are work they assign to you is like more of masculine work as a priest, you wear the masculine clothes. Yes. But if your work assigned you is one of passive, the feminine, you wear the feminine body. Yes, because the work you are assigned to do is to work in line with the femininity. But if it's coerced in nature, the masculine work, you will, in that particular ethereal world, you will be permitted to wear the body of the work you are assigned to. But when you completed your earthly existence, you are going back to your origin. In your origin, you go back to the realm you emanated from. If you are here because of the intercession of the principalities and powers, you are going back to there. After you must have dropped their earthly cloth at the completion of your earthly work. If you are from the throne of the primordial queen, you are going there. If you are throne of any principalities and powers, the throne of the elders, the entities of powers, you go there, you go that place. Remember, it's only in this gross material we have male and female. Yes, for the purpose of procreation. In the spiritual realm, and when the headache are male and female, in the higher spiritual vibration, from above the throne of ethereal world, from the throne of grace, spirituality, there is nothing like male and female. Every soul has the male ability and the female ability in one. But coming to growth of gross material based on the always kereke, now decide I'm coming to make an impact in the masculine dimension. Then you wear masculine clothes as a man. You have the organs as a man. You are coming for as a woman. You wear the masculine, feminine clothes. Oh, but Jesus was once asked, "Nwanyị na-abụ ọnụọdị ọnata ụbọchị ikpeazụ ka onye nwanyị a ga-abụ di ya." O wee gwa ha n'ụwa mmụọ na enwero ihe dị ka nwoke na nwanyị. Ntị ọ dị n'ụwa mmadụ ka enwe nwoke na nwanyị. So in the spiritual realm, as a spirit germs, yes, where we originated, where human being originated, there's nothing like man and woman. Ọ ya ka ji gwagwa gị na Chukwu Oke pụrụ ime ihe niile. Ihe niile dị n'ihim. You cannot say na Chukwu Oke bụ nwoke ma ọ bụ nwanyị. Ihe niile dị n'ime. ihe ọmụ na-ekere eke bụ prototype, ihe o projectịrị. Ọ nọ as Chukwu okike pụrụ ime ihe, the father of us is a man. Yes. So ọ nọrọkwa ka onye nne m ụwa ọkwanye nwa. Sometimes he projects himself as ara na-azụ nwa. The same thing. So n'ụdị ọbụla dị n'ime in a real human being, enwere the feminine and the masculine. No, they had to keep Lodica onye bụ an actor in the film. You might be in common particular film, you borrow a son. In the other film, you might be a father. But it's same you playing different characters. So what I'm saying that even if you're a mystic, once you finish your earthly existence, you go back to the realm where you came from. Even if you're ordinary humans, originated from just human spirit, once you end their earthly mission, you are going back to the origin called the spirit world. All the back and Igbo na-akpọ ụwa mmụọ. Ebe a bụ ụfọdụ ndị ụka kpọrọ ya paradise ma ọ bụ alaeze. Thank you. Yes, thank you for that wonderful question. Mystics are coming to this world. They are coming in as a team. Yes, as a team. There is some certain mission that requires coming as a team, and there is some certain mission that requires coming as a single person. However, even if you are coming as a single person, when you come across another mystics that came maybe probably for another mission, there is this light, spark of light in the person's forehead that you will see, and your vibration will connect his own vibration, and you will know that that person is a called 1, 2. So once you see that mission, you know that person is the called 1. Remember, let me tell you the story of John the Baptist. John the Baptist is not the real Messiah, but is the front runner. Yes, it's written like that in even the Bible. So, but when John the Baptist went out of the way, because John the Baptist was sent to be a forerunner of Jesus the Messiah, he's supposed to focus his attention to propagating Jesus, to making it to prophesy and preparing way for the real Messiah to come and save his people. John, because he became popular at a stage, he dived into another realm, another road that is not meant for him. Because he became popular, he began to talk about politics. That is not his main core. So a called one can derail his path or her path, and once he does, he will be penalized, because that is not primary purpose. John the Baptist wouldn't have been killed. Yes, hear it from me today. Had it been John the Baptist maintained the purpose why he was sent on earth, he was sent primarily to be a forerunner that will profess and show the world their Messiah, being Jesus. But before you know it, because of human power prostigate, at the stage he left his primary core job and they began to look into political angle, began to talk to the elders, to the rulers, against the wife of the Mr. President, talking down on the wife of the Mr. President. That's what brought anger against him. And that is why daughter of Mr. President, when the president asked my daughter, what will I do for you? He went to the mother and asked mother, see what dad said, what will I do? The mother remembered that John trespassed upon her life. Because of anger to get at him, he said, go and ask for the John's head. Tell me how you see John. Mother John and the supernatural permitted it to happen, because John adagiwu, Even a called one, a mystic will rule the areas you will not go. Once you go to areas, dive into the areas you are not called, you are not sent here on earth for, you pay for it. Because I told you before that once you are here on this gross material world, you will be subjected to the natural laws. So the natural law is maintain your lane while you are called. So when he now dive into another lane, he was sent to prison. And at the age, he began to experience pain which he is not supposed to experience naturally. Had he been, he paid attention. He was expecting Jesus to come and save him. Because he have already prophesied, baptized Jesus, that this is the Onyani Okumakia. But when he was in the prison, Jesus couldn't come and save him. He began to doubt. He now said to his disciples, go and ask him, is he the Messiah or are we waiting for another? And I'll say, okay, I will not answer this your question, yes or no. What you are facing is what you brought upon yourselves. That's nothing I can do. You missed the lane. Then face the consequence. Note, a called one, a Messiah can misplace the point. But don't judge him. Allow the people that sent him to judge him. Because once you judge him and they do something funny to look down on him, you will still be penalized. The universe will penalize you and still deal with him. But he will penalize with you because you are not permitted to curse. He said, don't curse my anointed or do my prophet no harm. You are not permitted. So John the Baptist couldn't be helped. He said, go and where and then go on engage and this in our force. Where the had the name. With one with this message, all Madugo, Nakatama Brugo Mudia. Naturally, no one about the Messiah and Kumakia. But all Madugo would be able to go and so on can Kumakia. So yet no Kumune. Even if you are called, you have to get some Matiana, I called one, and where Messiah and the year foreigners here. Even the past called ones, well, they are foreigners. Kamala, Tumbon Basalo, the pacifier, the abroshin. Yes, the light of the truth, the great message. He came with, he has foreigners. Yes, and partners. The flame of light, twin flame of light. The regal call. From Maria, on what they mean God. So many, less than Enwelo, woman, one of these disciples, and rest of them. It work all day, now other world religions all over. So whenever a messenger is coming, depend on the work. If it's someone that was sent to establish a kingdom of Chukwokike, power block here on earth, of course, the person will come with other messengers and twin flames of light that will work with him. How they will come? They will emanate from everywhere to support his mission, to move from point A, point B, if the person is called to install the place of light here on earth. If not, but if the person is just called as a forerunner to point, to usher in the real Messiah, or to announce, or the person is a loner, maybe because of the nature of the calling, the person or message is sent to the person can come alone. But if it's somebody that was sent to anchor the presence and the light on earth, the person can appear with you, subordinate. Or we can move from point A to point B. Then the same way, then I be from the dark region. Because can they could be from the light, can they come can be for the dark region. That be for the dark region, destroyers. How would know to her. Their work is also to cause pain, but they are from the dark region. They are not just mere human. They can come with some powers. Yes, and one of them, the prince of Persia. Yes, during his reign. Agwaria na gini me na eburu mmiri na atụ na Jesus kwụsịrị eburu mmiri o si gosi ebe eburu mmiri na atụ na akpọtere the dead. Yes, na akpọtere onye nwụrụ na Jesus kpọtere Lazarus onye nwụrụ anwụ Or so where the world they believe on the Messiah in his own right. I say yes. Or see go see on your yaga put here. Yes. You can go the book about the prince of the prince of Persia. He commanded one of his demons, guiding him to enter that dead body. And immediately the demon entered that dead body, the person rose. Yes. But the person later eventually died later. Now I'll say that now. But when he wanted to die, passed on, he cried and said, please don't send me back to the dark region. He later passed on. You can go and read his book. So what I'm saying in essence is that such a thing do happen. Whatever they are called, one is coming, depending on the work. If it's to anchor the kingdom of Chukwuoke here on earth, to build an altar, it comes with subordinates. But if it's a loner to come and do one precise job, the person can come alone and do it. But one good thing is that whenever they see each other, by the vibration, they connect each other, they know each other. That is why during the time of Jesus, according to the Bible, there's other messengers that came, and he told them that he is not coming to destroy the old order, but to make them strong. Thank you, because Eze-Ana make that Eze. Thank you.
Can you throw more light on the mysteries of creation and the true origin of man?
We call them the atheists. They don't believe name will supernatural beings. I'm talking about the supreme being, the unmovable mover. When we are talking about gross materials is like a 1/10 of the entire creation. The world have not seen the all. I remember when we are in primary school, secondary school, then we are told that Nenwelo 7 planets, and now it's up to 9. And I can tell you that there will be more discoveries. Yes, because Nenwelo machines, AGM lab. Yes, where you can limitation of findings, sickness on where you give. Mana Nenwelo in recent time, as in the 80s, 70s. But in recent time, when we have more powerful machines that can see beyond the old version. So you can see that there's so many mysteries beyond human comprehension that they exist on earth. But human beings will not know till reach to that maturity. And it pleases the supernatural beings to allow human beings to have faint idea of what is happening, to have upper knowledge. So what I'm telling you today, some people will not understand it. Maybe in future time, some people will be able to mature to that level to grasp a little. So what I'm saying is that the entities and spirits were attached to the throne of human spirit. The throne of human spirit is one of them. It's a spark. It's a little spark from the whom God is, the Ebenezer. So that human spirit is a spark. We spirits are humans as spark for the throne of grace. So that spark, that is man, the man, I mean, not flesh and blood. Now, but when man is on that spiritual world, because the proximity of spiritual world, I will tell you that it's kind of closer to the throne of the divinity. And Chukwuoke is light, Obi here. You cannot withstand the vibration and radiation coming out of the Ebube Chukwu. So no human being can have. I know that is why Paul says in the Bible, the proximity of Chukwuoke is so that human being cannot know all that is happening in the throne of divinity, because it's beyond human origin. Human being cannot comprehend what is beyond his origin. Yes, it's a higher entity, a mystic coming from a higher vibrations. We will be able to explain to you what is what is going on in the higher vibrations. He can only tell you what is happening in the higher vibration, but he cannot tell you what is happening in the throne of divinity, because he's not God. And God cannot descend in the throne of gross material, because he's diminishing who is existence. No human being will near him. That is why even if a higher entity is coming, he will take on form of humans, leaving the Ebube. We are associated with human existence. So in the spirit jams where human beings originated, but human beings are unconscious because the proximity closer to the vibration of Chukwu Okepuni Mihenine. So they can contribute their quota. Do you know that even the animistics that have been here on earth thousands of years before human being was created, do you know that those elemental beings and the animistics have been living in this gross material, building pyramids? Now, if you go to our Bible stories of Adam and Eve, of human being creation in Genesis, Bible story is not more than 6,000 years. But I can tell you, go to some countries, even in Africa here, like we have mountains of Kilimanjaro and rest of them. We have some pyramids that have been here in Africa more than 30,000 years. Even the archaeologists prove that the bottom of the mountains in Africa is more than 27,000 years. And the human existence recorded in the Bible is not more than 6,000 years. Who are those animistics and the elemental beings building those pyramids? Do you think is that those pyramids was built by humans? No. It was built by elemental beings, the primordial men, and so all those caves we are seeing. They are not humans the way we are now. So they have been in existence, living here, maturing, getting matured. Some of them are maturing to higher beings, maturing those animistic, those animals, mature to greater height. So what happened is that at a certain time, then at a certain time of maturity, those animistics mature. Chukwu Okena said, human beings, human spirits in the throne of spirit germs are not developing. Let me allow them to come down to the Kura region, the gross material world, so that they will become conscious of their existence, so that they will become meaningful and begin to mature. That's why human being was permitted to come to earth and dwell in the midst of animistics. So animistics have been here. They are older than human beings here in this gross material world. So human spirit originated from the spirit of the spirit world. And when human being mature and join to each year, he become a worthy ancestors. No one more, known otherwise called as paradise or the world of spirit. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that eye-opening answer, sir. Because of our time, we'll draw the curtain for today's program here. Viewers all over the world, we have come to an end on today's edition of Philosophy and Life. If you have any question based on today's teaching, you can drop it on the comment section or DM Ogbuefi Ezeana with the WhatsApp number showing on your screen. For more inquiries, deep consultation, Alpha, you can as well DM him with that same number. Ogbuefi, it's nice having you here today.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Thanks for your time. Before we go, any advice for our viewers?
Yeah, viewers all over the world. As you are following me, keep joining us in our social media platforms. Ogbuefi Ezeana, ugochitubelu, Oraifite, in all platforms. Then we have Facebook pages where you can also join us. We have an ancient high priest and ordinary evangelist. You can join us here, or join us in Ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission. They are all our pages where we create time to teach about spirituality. Itinye n'aka n'ihe ọjọọ chụwa aja maka na aja karịrị ọgwụ. Live a good life, have good longing for your own well-being and spiritual ascent. Let us pray. Ekwem, ekwere m na Chineke. Ekwere m na ọ dị ihe siri m ike nke Chineke na-apụghị izi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụgbuo ya, n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya. Ya gazie. May the blessing of Chukwu oke pụrụ ime ihe niile be with you all. May you be protected. May you be blessed. May Chukwu nke Africa uplift you and bless you abundantly, now and forevermore. Ya gazie. Echefukwara nọmba ị ga-eji wee nweta anyị 0805-7837-672 n'anya na ya screen now. Ị ga-afụ this number sample. Echefukwana na ị ga-share message a save kwazie for spiritual exercise and spiritual enlightenment. Udo dịrị.